Welcome everyone back to the Crimson 15 podcast. I'm your host, Crimson Sin.
A15 PCA.
And be sure to follow us over on Twitter at C15 Podcast. So sticking with the Sega theme, Sega just announced Shenmue 1 and 2 are being re-released on the PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Thank you for not leaving out Xbox.
I know, right?
I have a PS4, and I would probably get it if it was only for PS4, but I'm glad it's on as many platforms as possible.
That's a good thing.
So Shenmue is one of those games that a lot of people like to talk about. I don't think a lot of people actually played it, though.
No.
It was one of those, it's funny, it's one of the few games that's on the top 10 best games of all time and the top worst games of all time.
Yeah, from Dreamcast, it's equally.
It's a very odd game.
It's an experience.
It's an experience.
It's experience more than a game
It's
sometimes.
like a playable movie.
Yeah.
There's a lot of story, and that's what you fall in love with. You fall in love with Ryu. His story, is he going to avenge his father? Is this all this mystical stuff?
He's going to finally get to Lan Di.
Yeah, he's going to fight Lan Di, but Lan Di is like a serious dude. He can kick some butt.
Well, yeah, he can.
I mean, come on, find yourself a gun and just shoot this guy. I don't know if you're going to be able to fight this guy.
That's not the way to do it. Yeah,
but the amount of there's so many YouTube videos. Just look up the making of Shenmue, and this painstaking way that they went about building this game. Like, it takes place in the 80s in Japan. They literally went back to the weather charts.
Yes.
So if it was raining on December 3rd, it will be raining in December 3rd in that part of the country during the game. Yeah. That's how much they wanted it to be realistic. That is crazy.
Yeah. Because basically the beginning of the game is that your father gets killed by Lan Di.
You just walk in on it.
He walks away, and then he goes away, and you're so traumatic you don't know what to do. And then your whole journey is, where's this guy, Lan Di? I gotta follow him.
Follow the clues, find out what's happening. Because that connection between your father and Lan Di, you don't even know.
And the thing is, there's no time. You can stay in Japan forever if you want to, actually. You don't have to
have to progress the story.
No, if you don't want to.
And it's funny, it's one of those games where you don't have to eat or sleep. Or you do have to sleep, but you don't have to eat food or drink water. But you can do it in game.
Yeah.
You just do it just because it feels like that's something you should do.
And it's so weird since it was invented by the same guy who did Virtual Fighter.
Yeah, the fighting.
The fighting's like Virtual Fighter. It's like a fighting arcade game at that point. But it's so weird because it doesn't kind of fit the rest of the game. The rest of the game's not like that at all. It's like QuickTime events, basically.
The QuickTime events, which is kind of like... It kind of went away.
Yeah,
like
I love them.
This is one of the first games that really was. Think back, even for the older gents in the room, like Dragon Slayer. You had to push the right button at the right time.
But it's funny because Shenmue also was the first game, as I recall, is that there was the one where you did it perfect, the one you kind of did it okay, and then where you screwed up and messed up.
Yeah, there was
two different ones.
So even if you didn't push the right buttons, like you'll be chasing a guy, and you have to hit B, you dodge a guy, hit up, you jump over the table.
You can do it perfectly, or you can kind of mess it up.
You can mess it up, and the story still moves forward.
Yeah.
It was just, you just look more cool when you do it the right way.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you'll look like Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire, or the Spider-Man from Homecoming, where you're falling all over the place.
Yeah, but you're busting into things. You're not quite as cool as you think you are. And again, the Shenmue memories, the voice acting.
It's not the best. I hope they redo the voice acting. It'd be nice. No, try to.
It needs to be the same because it needs to be exactly the way I remember
it.
You looking for some sailors? What kind of sailors? Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah, well, nothing more with forklift racing. That's what you do before you go to work.
No, the best, in the morning we have to race forklifts around. Oh, that's not an OSHA violation right there. Someone got impaled by a forklift.
The Japanese version of OSHA, yeah.
But, and then the moving the boxes.
Oh, yeah.
Like, why would you just walk it straight across?
Left, right, left. I mean, I could get to the point where it gets hard. Left, right. You're like, oh my goodness, I can't do this.
But then you'd earn money, and you can do street fights. You can play Super Hang-On. You can play
arcade games.
You can collect little capsule toys.
There was, I think, if I recall, in part 2, when you're going up to that big... Because you end up going to China, and my goodness... These buildings look like they're going to fall apart any second. Really bad.
You're running and jumping across rooftops.
Yeah, it's scary.
Part 2's more action.
Oh, way more action, which I think there was a big complaint.
Yeah.
The thing is, there's also like secret arcade games in there, but I could never find them because it's in the dark, and you have to make sure you don't get seen, so it's like...
Yeah, it was a little much, but you know what? I'm just not thinking Shenmue memories. Remember when you had to catch the leaf with your fingers?
Yeah.
I remember doing it, but not knowing how I did it.
Yeah.
I was just like, I didn't know if there was a strategy or a way to do it, but you just keep missing.
And there's an old guy who can teach you the moves, and they get like real complex. Again, it's like a fighting game.
Like Virtual Fighter.
Virtual Fighter, yeah.
And it was just a very unique game, and I'm glad it's getting a re-release, so maybe some of these younger guys can go back to playing just to play this game. It's a very unique experience.
But I'm worried that they're going to think it's something else.
It is unlike any other video game. I can't think of it. Can you think of another game that's like Shenmue at all?
No, because I know I probably mentioned this before, but in the second part, after you fight Lan Di, which is really cool, you're looking for them in China, and you're walking. Literally, it's walking in real time. You're walking for like 3 hours.
You can walk it or you can skip it, but it's one of those things where it's like I want to say a Shenmue rite of passage that you have to do it the long way.
They have like quick time events, but stuff that won't hurt you. Like you'll fall in the water, you got to step on the stone, so it's not like it hurts you. It's just a little.
But
thing
it keeps you on you, so you're watching the screen, so you can't just walk away.
Exactly.
So it's super cool that both these are coming out. Shenmue 3 seems to be a PS4 and PC exclusive,
because of the Kickstarter.
But maybe hopefully this means that maybe it can come to the Xbox too, because I want it to be available on as many platforms.
Yep.
Because there's no reason why it should be an exclusive.
Nope. But also another part I thought was one of the most intense parts. It's not even finding one of the bosses or finding any of the guys. It's like when you're in the barber thing and he has that rage up to you and you can't move. You want to push that button, you're like, oh,
yeah, you just have to like not touch anything.
And it's like for like 30 seconds. It's for a while you gotta wait. It's so
because you think something like, is it broken? Is it gonna move on? Like
no, but it's always different buttons. Like no, you can't touch it. That's funny. It's you're not supposed to touch it. It's like
it's just hopefully I hope 3's the end. Just wrap up the story. I want to know if he gets his revenge. And
I know they've written in book form. I know I gotta read those books.
Yeah. So there's just there was even an online game,
which is weird.
Yeah.
But also another thing would be good. I've always said this about Shenmue. Please, if you do release 1 and 2, release it also where you can watch all the cutscenes as one movie. Because you can watch it as one movie. That's how well the cutscenes are. Yeah.
So I'm looking over this article, and it says these are like the bullet points, which some of them are stupid. Like, okay, take the role of Ryu Hazaki. Yeah, we know. That's who the guy you play. Explore 3D open world. Yeah, okay, that's the gameplay. Battle enemies. I would imagine you would do that. Key features, the best Shenmue experience. Well, who's to say that? Some of these things are just weird.
Yeah.
But here we go. Let's say the actual relevant information. Updated user interface. So hopefully they redid the menus and everything. Because it was kind of confusing how to figure out how to do things.
Yeah.
But once you figured it out, then you got rolling. But it's not a game that you can just pick up and start playing. You kind of have to learn how to play it.
Exactly.
Fully scalable screen resolutions, cool. Japanese audio available for all versions, okay.
Character wears some jeans and a cool jacket with a tiger in the back. I just said that.
And one of the bullet points, an epic legend. Oh, okay. it's
the legend of real.
You can tell that just some of these things are just silly. Yeah, and this funny thing too is that the NPCs they live their lives. They go to work, they do things, and they have like children. They go to school. It's so cool that literally the world's like its own little world.
You can buy capsules and you hold things like World Dainty for some reason. I don't know why with your fingers.
Distract yourself with arcade games, collectibles, duck racing, and more. So it's all kinds
of even better because you can do Lucky Hit.
Lucky Hit.
Lucky Hit's the
best. It's all about gambling all your money away. I gotta solve my father's murder mystery, but you know I gotta gamble. I gotta get that itch.
Yeah. I remember part 2 on one. I think had darts too. If I'm
you can play darts.
I think pools too, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, there's all these little like activities you don't even need to do, but you can if you want to.
Yeah.
So definitely looking forward to this. I want to see. They're going to do comparisons to the original version.
Oh, of course they are. And the remaster is going to look amazing. But when you also drink, you can drink soda too. But it's nothing for you. You can just drink it.
It's just go up to the vending machine, push it, drink it, and go. That's all you need to do.
Refreshing.
And then like you can come home late, and the lady's like yells at you. I'm a man. He'll tell me what to do.
I know, right? It's so funny.
You're my mother.
The worst part is when you're when you're staying at one of the apartments, and then they get mad at you. It's that whole Japanese thing. Oh, you have to come. Why do you care? You're just my landlord.
I pay my rent. Leave me alone.
Well, I know, right? I'm not bothering anybody.
Yeah, like how she gets all mad at you, like. Gee, you're
fun little thing too. Also, and if you ever play like, if I remember, 2K. 3, the football game, Rio's in the game as an all-star. So stupid. He's safety for the Atlanta Falcons. I don't care about my dad. I'm making money now.
First of all, you think about the time thing, you'd be like 40 years old. Because he was one of your man in the 80s, so it's like...
But he came back from the past. I'm ready. Yeah, that's funny.
I love Sega. I love the Shenmue series, and I'm glad it's being re-released for more people to enjoy.
Yeah, it's cool. And it's so funny because it does depict some things kind of accurately, even when they go to like the Hong Kong area in part 2, because he goes to China finding Land D. Like when you first get out the boat, someone takes your picture, you got to give me $5 for that.
That whole... Now one kid steals your bag and all that stuff.
Does happen.
But definitely going to look forward to this. If the price is right, we'll probably get it day one.
I want to definitely get this because I love
$40, so $20 per game. I think that'd be a fair price.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's 40. I hope it's not more than that.
If they want full price, unless it comes with all kinds of cool stuff, they always like, it comes with the map and a replica of the little crest and everything.
Yeah, good, and hopefully maybe Runozuki can be remembered again.
Yeah, he's a cool character.
He's a cool character
with his little band-aid on his cheek.
I know, I love it.
Crimson Sin here. Thanks for watching and be sure to like, sub, and share. Also, for the most up-to-date information about the podcast, follow us on Twitter at C15 Podcast.